What is a fulfilling life? Do you feel dissatisfied by life? Today I'm going to talk about what to do about that and how to live a life that feels fulfilling. While most people stay on the surface of things, they look at the material world, I'm going to talk a little bit deeper about something that's not just correlated with material wealth, but to something beyond just the material, something that is called purpose, a fulfilling life. You have heard of purpose before, you know what purpose is, but today we go really deep into it and why this is the reason that your life is fulfilling. Let's get into it right now. So the biggest reason you don't feel fulfilled in your life is of where you put your attention, your time, your focus, and your energy. So in a day, we all have the same 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours. So shouldn't a person that is happy and fulfilled be able to live the same life as you do, because they have the same time as you have? And you might look at the world and think of circumstances, and you think this person had a good circumstance, or they were lucky, or they have things in the material world that you don't have. We compare ourselves to others in a sense of outcome based. Outcome being, what do I have? Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this? Do you have so? Having is the worldly paradigm where you look at the world, you look at outcome. Now, if you go to extreme spirituality, you would say the material world doesn't matter at all. What you have doesn't make you happy. Not having food, not having water doesn't matter. But I don't support that belief, because I believe there is circumstances where you are in a position that's not satisfactory, and it could be for many reasons. One could be, for example, someone in a country that is very poor. They always have to worry about their survival, right? Imagine you have to try to just get some food, not shelter, but to get food, to be in hunger. If you have ever fast for 7 days, I've fast for 7 days on water, you know the pain of hunger. Okay, so I know the pain of hunger more than most people that I know. I know the pain of hunger because I have done a water fast for 7 days. You cannot live a fulfilling life on that hunger. Okay, you cannot live a fulfilling life. You're in constant pain, needing to eat. So hunger is a real issue. The idea is take care of your basic needs. This is before even thinking of happiness, fulfilled life, everything. You just need to take care of your basic needs. Now, in the Western world, that might mean something different, right? That might mean to have some kind of home that you're living in, or to have, food, and to have friends. Okay, some basic needs. These should be taken care of. But beyond the basic needs, we have this idea pushed on us that if we then get more than that we will be more fulfilled. And this is where the illusion comes. It's kind of a survival mechanism, because if you place a belief of this outcome is going to make me happy, it's going to make you work harder to get that outcome. So it's in benefit of your own survival to believe that you will be happy when you get more in the material world, because it would literally raise your ability to survive. We got to go beyond survival. We got to take care of survival, but we got to go beyond it. And we got to look at, okay, sure, take care of your survival, take care of your basic needs. Don't starve yourself to death, right? Take care of your body, don't just eat, take care of your body, make sure you have the money you need to pay for rent, make sure of all of that. Make sure of all of that so that now you can actually start to focus on a fulfilling life. And a fulfilling life is a life of purpose. It's not gaining more in the world. It's not getting more. It's not having more, having a great relationship. Oh, if I have a great partnership, I'm fulfilled. My soulmate, my or I have a lot of money, or I have, or I have like status. Ooh, those things can be great. I'm not saying they're not great. Sure, they can be great, but is it fulfilling? Like, can you say at the end of having all of that you are fulfilled? Of course not. Of course not. Okay. Why I'm saying of course not? Because if you really look at people that had it all and then still killed themselves, how can you say those people lived a fulfilling life? You don't kill yourself unless you have an unfulfilling life. You see, a true fulfilling life is a life of purpose. Is where you spend your time and energy not focusing on maximizing your survival, making sure you have high status, making sure you have a lot of money, making sure you have the best relationship. This kind of masculine competing frame. Rather, it's a little bit more feminine approach, although it's in between masculine and feminine. What is purpose? Purpose is in between the masculine and feminine. It's the bridge between the two, where both the spiritual and material come together and they create a fulfilling life. You see, once you're on your purpose, you're not just focused on the material anymore. You're focused on contribution, on bringing value, on being selfless, on getting out of your own ego and out of your own self to contribute value to the world. This is what fulfillment means. It means to forget about yourself and to involve yourself in an activity that is selfless, that is focused on others. The most happy way to deal with money is to give it away, right? I've bought a lot of things in my life. Nothing has fulfilled me more than giving away money when it comes to money, or sharing something with others. Now the same way is just in life, not just about how you spend your money. What about life? What about your time, your energy? Are you spending it in a way where you're giving it towards a purpose, where you're helping others, where you're contributing value to the world? This is why on a spiritual level you cannot feel fulfilled without a purpose. You cannot truly feel fulfilled if you don't have a direction in life, because then you're just aimlessly strolling around, just doing the basic survival thing. There's nothing more than that. That's just your life. It's just you surviving, and that's it. And then even if you take care of your mental health, even if you meditate, even if you do all those things, if there's no direction, if there's no direction in your life, why are you here? Why are you alive? You're just strolling around surviving. It's not a fulfilling life. You see, fulfillment comes through contribution, bringing value. And life is designed in such a nice way that by bringing value to the world, by giving and being selfless and focusing on purpose, you are from this giving place, and at some point life has to give back to you as well. It's like give and take. You give and you give and you give, and life gives back to you. If you take and take and take, there's nothing to take anymore, because you realize there's no fulfillment in taking. You realize there's no fulfillment in taking more, because it doesn't mean anything. If you have more, you're not more fulfilled. Fulfillment doesn't equal how much you have. Fulfillment doesn't equal your success in material world. Fulfillment equals purpose, equals living in alignment, being of contribution, being selfless, being focused on others, and being focused on your own alignment as well, because that's also purpose. Purpose is also about your alignment. So if you give in a way that doesn't feel aligned, then you have to find a way to give that does feel aligned. That's what purpose is, right? Otherwise, you could give in 1,000 different ways. I'm giving in more specific ways. For example, I'm making these videos. That's a form of purpose. And also I do other things to bring value to the world, but very specific, very much what I resonate with. And it doesn't mean you resonate with giving in the same way. So you have to find your own path. You have to find your own purpose. You have to find your own direction. But what I can assure you is that a life without purpose is not fulfilling. It's not just surviving and gaining things in the world is as empty as anything can be. I'm gonna give you an example. Right here, let's say I bought these shoes. Right, so I bought these shoes and I'm like, oh, I bought these shoes, look. How long do you think I enjoyed having these shoes? I bought them and I think I enjoyed buying them for, I think I enjoyed the shoe for like a day, 2 days. And it was not even that I was ecstatically happy when I bought that shoe, right? So what makes you think you'll be ecstatically happy once you buy something bigger? It will be nothing else than you buying the new iPhone. It would be nothing else than that. It's just a moment of like, oh, that's great, and then you have it, and then what? You want to protect it? You want to take care of it? Sure. But is that happiness? Protecting and taking care of what you have? That's just survival. Giving is beyond survival. You see, giving to others, not just in currency, not just in money, but in value, giving to others. And that's also why even developing a skill is selfless, because you develop a skill so that you can give information about that skill, or you can help others to gain that skill. Anything can be of value, even when you're gaining your own value. So gaining value for yourself, sure, is valuable because you can give it to others. But you got to get out of your own little ego paradigm. What is based on me? What do I have? What do I need? What do I want? And all this outcome-based focus. Stop focusing on you. What is if your life was for others? How would you design your life? It would be completely different. You wouldn't care about the shoe. You wouldn't care about gaining things. You would care about providing value to the world and gaining value that you can provide to the world. That's all you would focus on. And that's all that purpose is. This is why purpose is the most fulfilling thing. Because just being and meditating and chilling and traveling, great, but is it really fulfilling? It's not a fulfilling life, you see. That's just strolling around. A fulfilling life has meaning, has purpose. Doesn't mean you have to be like Superman and you're like, I'm gonna help everyone, and no, just like chill, relax, but still give and give value. Okay? Don't become like a motivational speaker saying, oh, like you got to conquer them. Then you get into ego type of like territory. Forget about motivational speakers, forget about most people that are really like, I have a purpose. Like, if you just relax, if you just chill and give value, that is purpose. It's not this dramatic thing of like, oh, like I'm Superman, like that. That's complete ego, you see. Being selfless means just giving to others. Just give to others. Just give value to others in a way that feels aligned. That's purpose. And then you just have to feel what purpose aligns most to you. So you first start very broad, and then it narrows down more and more and more over the years. And you get more and more specific with your own alignment. But besides that narrowing down, you already have a purpose, meaning just give. Just give. Like whatever you can give, just start there. And then you start to see what resonates more with you. So there's no excuse of like, I don't have purpose. You have purpose. Right now, you can give. All that differences between my purpose and your purpose is that you are not completely aligned yet to what resonates with you in a way of giving. But besides that, you can just give. You can just make notes of lovely things to say to your neighbors and just put them in their how do you say it? Put them in an envelope in their whatever box, mailbox. Put them in their mailbox. You can do any kind of things. Numerous, infinite ways to just give right now. So never say you don't have purpose. You always have purpose. It's just about narrowing it down in a way that feels aligned to you. But just start. Just start living like this. And you will see, you will enjoy your life so much more than just strolling around or just doing things that have no purpose, that just are meaningless. As Buddha says, meaningless cycles. Now you feel you're actually going beyond your own ego and actually giving and becoming more selfless. Even if it looks more selfish for other people, you're becoming more selfless because you become more valuable, because you are adding value to you and you're giving that value away. Anyways, I can talk for hours and hours and hours. I just want to make a short video, so don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.